Business Challenge. Our guest today is Michael Sweeney of FoodEdge.com, who needs to learn how to drag eyeballs to his website. Well, Michael, welcome to Money Hunt.
Thanks, Cliff.
Good. Before we start with your challenge, I want to introduce you to the folks who are going to help you solve your small business challenge. Jeff Hoffman is the CEO of Priceline Perfect Yard Sale, a leading e-commerce website where people can buy and sell secondhand goods, well, just like a yard sale. Jeff, welcome to Money Hunt.
Thank you.
Greg Matusky is president of Gregory Communications, a leading public relations firm in the greater Philadelphia area that specializes in e-commerce and web companies. Greg, thanks for being here. Michael, we've all seen Robin's report on your business, and there are a few questions that I have. First of all, what are you doing now to reach the suppliers? What's your current strategy?
We do one-on-one sales presentations, a lot of cold calling. We did get some lists earlier on, and they didn't get much response, but besides that, it was the food show and following up on the leads that we got there.
I mean, do the suppliers really get the web, Mike?
Some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them are ahead in the technology, and they are seeing it as a viable option. E-commerce is everywhere.
What's the mix of your suppliers between large national companies and smaller regional companies? A typical restaurant buy a lot locally, buy a lot nationally, buy a mix?
Yeah, they do. It is a pretty good mix. Some of the larger distributors have more staple products, dry goods, plastic wraps, things like that. A lot of the meat, fish, and produce is bought from regional distributors.
And you're really targeting the high-end purveyor, right?
We really are. It's my experience and the background that I've had to go with middle to high-end purveyors that just have great quality. You know,
Do you think they understand the web more than your typical purveyor?
Well, the national guys are the ones that are on first, and the high-end guys are second, you know, we think. They definitely know that it's out there.
Were any of your suppliers coming to you first, or did you really start calling on them before they got there?
We had to start calling on them. Yeah.
What's been the reception of the cold calls?
We have to educate the industry, so it goes back and forth. Some of them catch on right away. Others, it takes 2 or 3 interviews to go and talk to them, and they do get it. They just don't know if it's going to be an option to go this far with it.
Tell me a little bit about your competition, Mike. Are there any other people on the web right now doing restaurant supply?
Yes, there are. Food Galaxy is probably our biggest local competition. They're based in New Jersey. They do a reverse auction model, though, and we found that this really doesn't work.
And why is your system better?
Well, you can't compare apples to apples anymore. A fillet from a national distributor for $4.99 can't be compared against a fillet from a local guy of $12.99. It's 2 completely different animals, and if you're used to one quality, you just can't get, you can't compare those 2 items.
Yeah. And geographically, you're going to focus on the New York area first?
We'd like to focus on the tri-state area, and New York being our center, yes.
Just to be able to demonstrate the model first before you can roll it out?
Yeah, if we can do it in New York, we can really think we can do it anywhere.
I think you see this regionalized throughout the country.
Because we use zip code programs for the site, only distributors can be linked up to customers that fall within their delivery area. So we're not trying to make anyone a national distributor.
Do you think that the network winds up being, and by network I mean your community online, does it wind up being a bunch of local sites in terms of when I come on as a restaurant in a region, does it look local to me, but in fact it has national access?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
As opposed to being uniform across the country?
Yes.
Mike, make believe I'm a supplier. What are some of the biggest objections you get when you pitch these people?
Well, a lot of the people aren't technologically advanced in the fact that their back-end accounting packages are still done pen and paper like they were 25 years ago by their grandfathers or longer. It takes a little time, a little effort to convert that into the data that we need. We've used a simple Excel format to get the information up to the website so that almost anybody can use it.
Do you ever get the objection, Mike, from people, look, right now I got loyal customers, they're my loyal people, they only deal with me, I don't really want them seeing my competitors and being able to price shop. Do you ever get that?
We do sometimes. The fact is that they know that they need to get out there too, and they think they can gain or garner more customers by using an internet presence.
And on the restaurant side, are they equally receptive to the message or not so much?
It goes back and forth as well. It depends on how internet savvy each individual chef or buyer is. Some of them use the internet every day for emails to get recipes. And
on the restaurant side, offline, are there very many aggregator services now?
Brokers, yeah, there are. There are quite a few. They charge a lot.
Do you get a lot of mileage out of the fact that you're a chef when you're talking to both?
Yeah, it doesn't work well when I go in a suit, but when I pick up a saute pan, and I show some battle scars. Do
you go in your whites? Or
I've gone both. Either way.
And that's important, right? Because it is the chefs who make the buying decisions, right? It's not the restaurant owners. They have total control.
Yeah, unless it's a multi-unit chain where there is a buyer for separate restaurants.
Okay, beautiful.
I was just going to say, I read a Deloitte & Touche report that said they think within 24 months, 75% of all restaurants and chefs will be online. Are you seeing that trend happening at that rate, a faster, slower rate?
I think it may be a little bit slower, and even if it does happen that fast, the big players are still going to have to bang around.
Okay, what I'm hearing here then is I think I'm hearing three specific challenges. You've got a decision. Number one, do you go local or do you go national with the website? Number two, how do you get the message across to suppliers that the web can do stuff for them? And then number three, once you got them hooked on the web, how do you convince them that you're better than all the existing models that are out there? Have we missed anything there, Mike?
No, that's it.
I think that pretty much does it. Well, all right.
It's just about everything.
Great. Well, our Money Hunt mentors are going to take on this challenge and try to solve it right after this.